Hi there and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about visualizing, okay? And I'm going to share a quote that will help you. And I got it from CrossFit. I'm doing CrossFit right now, and my coach, Gilbert, if he's watching, shout out, La Puente CrossFit here in California. You almost knocked down the camera. And it's a quote, because when we were working out, he said this, and it just resonated deeply in all levels, meaning spiritual, the spiritual gym, and for the physical gym. I have a sick ass callus right here that just is about to come off. That's why I'm messing with it right now. It's crazy. And it's this: wherever the face points, the body follows. Wherever the face points, the body follows. We do a lot of Olympic weightlifting, like snatches, power cleans, thrusters, and things like that. And the thing is, you have to look up or look straight. Because if you're looking down, guess where all the weight's going? Down. And guess what? You're going down. That's the same thing with your visions in your life. This is a crazy callus. I can't pull it no more, because if I pull it, it's gonna go straight into my fresh skin. So I'm gonna let it go for now. So I'm gonna have to use some scissors to really take it out safely, because the callus is coming off. So when you're visualizing, or you're just thinking, just daydreaming, whatever you're thinking about, you're gonna get. Make sure you're focusing on things that you desire. I like to scroll on Pinterest, because on Pinterest I have all these beautiful images. I got animals, because I like getting I like looking at tattoos, or new potential tattoos, and I look at realistic photos. I have a line here. It's realism, rose, a baddie. So I see beautiful images there, and I like doing that. Another thing, okay, about visualizing is you got to do it over and over and over again. Whatever you visualize, you'll get. So just be happy that it's yours already, because when you visualize it, it's yours. The moment you desire something, it's yours. It's already yours. Just got to keep on doing it obsessively. That's how I got into college, because I would visualize myself being in college. I was fortunate of being incarcerated, so I just had time. I was just in a cell reading and writing, pretending, acting as if I was already a college student. And at night, I would just visualize before bed. I'd be like, yes, I'm gonna get out, and I'm gonna go to college. I'm gonna do good, right? So I learned from my mistakes. Just like in weightlifting, maybe you didn't recover correctly, you're getting sore, you're not stretching enough, and then you learn from those mistakes, and then you get better. So that's what happened to me in my life. I got better and decided to do good things. I give my appreciation to visualizing. I'm grateful for the visualizing process, because that's what got me there. Because I would see myself in a classroom, or I would see myself walking on campus, and when it happened, I'm like, oh shit, deja vu, coincidence. At that time, I just didn't know the power of visualization. When you visualize, you create. And now there's a test called the split test, where scientists were looking at atoms, and when consciousness is looking at an atom, it collapses. But when it's not, it's a wave. It's a wave. It's a frequency. So they're shooting certain atoms. I don't know if they're protons or electrons, but they're shooting them at a wall. And when they looked at it, like where they were shooting at, okay, we're gonna shoot this direction, and they were shooting and the little dots will show up because they were looking at it. When they let it go on its own, like, all right, we're just gonna leave it shooting all night or whatever. Let's come back. And they were looking at it. It was like this. It was a wave, kind of like if it was an ocean, like the waves of the ocean. They're like, what the fuck? Why is it a wave? And so then they looked at it, and it was again dots. What the hell? Why is it dots now and a wave when we're not looking? And that's what it is. When you're not looking, when awareness is not looking, it's a wave. Everything doesn't really exist. And then when we see it in our minds, it collapses. So what we're looking at what we're seeing in our mind, we start attracting that to collapse. That energy, everything is energy. Everything around here is energy. This oxygen, this air, this me, my avatar, my body. I call it avatar, but just your physical body. It's all energy. So when we start locking in, closing our eyes, and seeing what we want to see, we start bringing in energy together to collapse. And then we have a spiritual prototype. Thomas Troward, read Edinburgh Lectures. He calls it a spiritual prototype. Or you could just call it imagination. It's imagination starts creating that thing, and then it shows up in your physical reality. So it's like a reflection of what's going on inside. As within, so without. Everything you want is within. You don't need anything. Now here is a very important thing I want you to take from this video, especially since you stayed to the end, is that happiness is a choice. Stay in a high frequency. Be in a positive vibe. Choose to be happy. Get on with the work that you have to do for the day. Stay in flow. And then when you dip, like what I like to do is do push-ups or go work out. You know, if you have money and you have, time, a car. When you have a car, you could just move fast. So I go to CrossFit and I get my frequency up. I'm around positive people, good people, just amazing. Put yourself in positive places, and you'll be good. That's a high frequency place. A gym and a club like that where everybody knows each other is a high frequency space. Very healthy, very high frequency. For you, it could be yoga, hot yoga or some shit. And you get to meet people there. They're high frequency, they're moving, they're stretching, they're calm, meditative. Okay. So that's one of the biggest gems that I've recently acquired. Happiness is a choice. And when you're happy, you do things that make you even more happy. And it just keeps going higher and higher and higher. Nothing stays the same, okay? It's always getting better. Okay? So yeah, I want to share that, and I hope you like the video. Let's go into a little bit of practice, actually. I'm not just going to let it go. Okay, visualization, manifest. Let's talk about how you do it. Okay, get in a relaxed state. You can take a few deep breaths. Just, 4 in, 6 hold, 6 out. I like that one. Or you could just take deep breaths. Focus on your breathing. See, a natural breath is short when you breathe in through your nostrils, and it's naturally longer. But maybe that's just how I breathe now. Maybe you're in a different state as me, maybe a lower state. And so you're just like super tight. You're like breathing like through a straw. Some people, when they're angry, you want to experience how you probably breathe when you're angry, get a straw and breathe through the straw. You're not even breathing and you get red. That's the opposite of just being relaxed and being calm. Okay. And then a little side note, that's why people who are angry and violent, they've been angry and violent for a long time. You can't just be from like super angry, like I want to kill somebody, to like I am one with the universe. They're two drastically different fucking vibrations. Okay. Constantly switch your vibration. When you notice that you're dipping and getting angry, just laugh about it. Oh shit, man, I'm dipping, and go on to a positive one. All right, but back to visualization, relax, close your eyes, get in a relaxed state, and then create a scene that implies you already have it. For example, car, see it parked in your parking spot. Let's say you want sex with a specific person, or just in general, right? Usually in general is better because needing something specifically is like kind of a lack. Maybe like I just want $1 million. I don't know why I made that voice, but I just want $1 million. Like, what if the highest version of yourself was even more than that? So you can say or more, and in your mind, know this or something better. This or something better. You know, just understand that in your heart that there's no limits. Okay, that's key. So, and when you're happy, you don't want somebody specifically. You know, you're just happy on you, just because you said you are. You just that's just gonna add to the happiness. Okay, so that's something I just want to just make clear. And then, you know, you want to be with somebody. Just see yourself. Well, what would you be doing if you're already with somebody? Right? If I was in a loving like relationship, I would see them with my family. I would go out with them with my family. I would go buy some food at a restaurant. You know, we would go together and eat at a restaurant. That would sick indicator of already have that. All right. For you, might be different. Maybe it's just you and the person. You know, or going to a rave. You know, if you're a rave type of person. Baseball game, basketball game. Oh, basketball game for sure. For sure. I've been visualizing that, you know, being in a front row at a basketball game. Money. What would you buy? Would you have this certain home or apartment? Luxury apartment, luxury car, you know? See yourself with it already, because that means you're already earning that amount of money. So it's already the end. It's not like you're making sales to get it. It has to be the end. Like, you want to have a dog. When you're on a walk, imagine you're walking the dog. Ask yourself, how do you feel now that you have it? Or just close your eyes, visualize it, and see yourself walking a dog. How I manifested marshmallow? When I walk, I would walk, and I would pretend I had a leash in my hand and I was walking with a dog. Like, how do I feel now that I'm walking with a dog right now? And I just feel it. Joy or whatever. Even the act is making it happen. All right. What else? Anything, you know? We don't really need much. We just need water and bread and just the decision to be happy. That's it. You know? And some nice rest, maybe on a, you know, if you're tired, you can sleep anywhere. You can sleep on a slab of concrete. And I know, because when I was incarcerated, we were tired of being in the fucking bus all day. We were in a bus, going to the new prison or wherever, reception, or going to a new prison, or maybe just going to fucking medical. We had to get on a bus, because it wasn't on the same building, and we had to get on a bus, and we're chained up, you can't sleep like that, you know, like, maybe you can if you're really tired, you just fall asleep, but we get off, we're like, damn, I'm fucking tired. So you go, and there's just a fucking little cell, a slab of concrete, and a little toilet. Your ass will knock out sitting down or laying down. So if you have water, bread, and that's what they give you water and bread, you know, like PB&J or a ham and cheese sandwich. That's all you need to survive. You're rich. And you've always had money. You've always had something since you were born. There's only abundance. Okay? The frequency of abundance is there. It always has been there. Okay? Remember that. And how did I start talking about, like, abundance? But yeah, everything you're manifesting is just additional. Everything's additional. All right. So I hope you like this one. And if you don't know what you want, maybe you want to know more, get my book, Goals Driven. I go over some exercises there that will help you understand what you want and get you clarity. All right. So the links will be below. I love you. Until next time. Peace. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time.